Hi, my name is Cameron Schwarzenjuber, and this is my video presentation entitled A Wave of Change. All throughout history, one of the strongest goals of the human race has been exploration. One of the most famous explorers has been Christopher Columbus, and when we think of exploration today, we often think of modern space travel. So in this presentation, we will compare and contrast the voyages of Christopher Columbus with modern-day space travel. At a glance, there does not seem to be many similarities between the voyages of Columbus and space travel. However, one of them would be in navigation. After examination, the path of Christopher Columbus reveals a figure 8 shape, similar to the path of Eugene Cernan, commander of Apollo 17. And before returning home, both explorers performed a loop of exploration. Also, the cost of both voyages are immensely high. A flight to the International Space Station cost about $52 million, and the total cost of Columbus's voyages was about $2 million. Other risks would be in the mission or goal and the risks taken. See, both of these sought to discover something new, and traveling into uncharted territory for that time took courage and bravery that would mark history for generations to come. The difference between these two seem much more grand. For Columbus, the area he explored would be on Earth, and for modern space travel, the area we explore would be extraterrestrial. And the way of exploration, well, Columbus traveled by sea, whereas now in space travel, we travel through space. More differences come with technology. The means of communication has improved greatly since Columbus's day. In the 15th century, Columbus would have had to have written letters which would not have arrived until days, maybe months later. Now we have instant communication using radios for astronauts to reach base. More differences would be in the modes of transportation. The ships used by Columbus could only travel about 200 miles a day. Modern space shuttles travel at a speed of about 17,500 miles per hour to stay in orbit. Classification and division. Christopher Columbus overall embarked on 4 voyages, all classified with the goal to discover a new route to Asia, which ultimately did not succeed. Modern space travel is usually divided into many missions. For the Apollo program, it had 13, and they are classified under one organization. For the Apollo program, they were classified under NASA. Cause and effect. The voyages of Columbus and the exploration of space were both caused by a desire to discover something new. The effects of these discoveries were world-changing. For Christopher Columbus, his goal was to discover a new route to Asia, and the effect of this was a discovery of a new world. For modern space travel, the goal is discovery beyond our planet. For the Apollo program, this was landing a man on the moon. The effect for the Apollo program was landing a man on the moon, and which led to further exploration of space. Argumentation. There is a debate on whether Christopher Columbus actually discovered the New World. One opinion is believed that nearly 500 years before Columbus, a Viking named Leif Erikson stepped foot on the continent of North America. Although this is true, he never opened up the continent for further exploration and establishment, so he was never credited for the discovery. Another opinion is that the continents of the New World were home to an abundance of indigenous peoples. This leads people to believe that the land was already inhabited and established before Columbus had arrived. My opinion is that Christopher Columbus is credited for the discovery of the New World because he opened up the land for further exploration and colonization. An interesting fact about Christopher Columbus is that he died without knowing he had discovered a new world. It wasn't until the early 1500s when Amerigo Vespucci discovered that it was a separate continent. An interesting fact about space travel is that America's interest in space exploration grew in competition with Russia. This competition was called the space race and grew out of competitiveness from the Cold War. In conclusion, discovery comes in a process. Columbus did not reach his unexpected goal with one voyage. It took him a total of 4 times sailing across the Atlantic Ocean before he discovered the New World. It took a matter of 12 missions for the Apollo program to have a human step foot on the moon. Moreover, each of these historic events were caused by the urge of discovery. These effects were world-changing, giving way for further advancement in an age of discovery. Studying these events has paved the way for our urge to discover today.